Hello friends, how are you doing? Oh, let me pop the screen. There you go. Now you can read it properly. How are you guys doing? Day 580. Oh my gosh, hope you're doing amazing on this long weekend. I just want to come in today and say happy 4th of July to my brothers and sisters down south of the border, south of the 49th parallel. And I just want to share with you a couple things. Number one, a quote from Harry S. Truman. So he said, America was not built on fear. America was built on courage, on imagination, and an unbeatable determination to do the job at hand. And that was former President Harry S. Truman. Obviously, that was a while back. I don't know what year he was president, but I don't know. I don't see that America anymore. And then the second thing I think was a lot more interesting is actually an article titled, Whatever Happened to the 56 Men Who Signed the Declaration of Independence? So I'm going to read that to you. Because for me, I'm like, yeah, what did happen? Because at that time, actually, I'll just read it. So have you ever wondered what happened to the 56 men who signed the Declaration of Independence? This is the price they paid. 5 signers were captured by the British as traitors and tortured before they died. 12 had their homes ransacked and burned. 2 lost their sons in the Revolutionary Army. Another had 2 sons captured. 9 of the 56 fought and died from wounds or hardships resulting from the Revolutionary War. These men signed and pledged their lives, their fortunes, and their sacred honor. What kind of men were they? 25 were lawyers or jurists. 11 were merchants. 9 were farmers or large plantation owners. 1 was a teacher. 1 a musician. 1 a printer. 2 were manufacturers. 1 was a minister. These were men of means and education. Yet they signed the Declaration of Independence, knowing full well that the penalty could be death if they were captured. Almost 1/3 were under 40 years old. 18 were in their 30s, and 3 were in their 20s. Only 7 were over 60. The youngest, Edward Rutledge of South Carolina, was 26 and a half, and the oldest, Benjamin Franklin, was 70. 3 of the signers lived to be over 90. Charles Carroll died at the age of 95. 10 died in their 80s. The first signer to die was John Morton of Pennsylvania. At first, his sympathies were with the British, but he changed his mind and voted independence. By doing so, his friends, relatives, and neighbors turned against him. The ostracism hastened his death, and he lived only 8 months after the signing. His last words were, "Tell them that they will live to see the hour when they shall acknowledge it to have been the most glorious service that I have ever rendered to my country." End of article. Wow. To me, again, it's just a reminder of the price that people had to pay to create a land where we can be free. Free to live our lives as we choose, as free men and free women. And obviously the States is a lot more patriotic than Canada, but I always believe that we can learn so much from them with their patriotism. But you know, for me, again, it's just I'm so grateful to be living in Canada, and North America is it's a land where you can actually create any life you choose. But at what cost? And today, the 4th of July, that article just reminded me, like, it was not always like this, and people they were willing, knowing and willing to give up their lives and their fortunes. These were not poor men. These were men with power, with status, with money. Yet they signed the Declaration of Independence. So that's all I want to share today, my friends. It was just a reminder for me, and I just wanted to share that with you. That, again, freedom's not free. There was a price to be paid, and hopefully you are grateful to be living, I know for myself, in Canada. So I love you all. Hope you're having an amazing day. Talk to you soon.